Captain Kurt Warboys, Commanding Officer of the Detroit Police Department's Professional Education and Training. On behalf of Chief James E. Craig and the Detroit Police Department, I would like to welcome all of you to the graduation ceremony for Class 2021C. At this time, Sergeant O'Leary, please present graduating Class 2021C.
Class of 2021C, and a half step forward, march. Left, 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 right, and left, right, and left, right, right, and left, right, right, and left. Go left, left, right, right, and left, right, right, and left, right, and left, right, and left, right, and left. Left, right, right, and left, right, right, and left. Go left. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, oh, oh. Welcome, welcome, family. Welcome, welcome, family. To my ceremony. To my ceremony. Welcome, welcome, family. Welcome, welcome, family. To my ceremony. To my ceremony. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, oh, oh. Left, right, right, and left, right, right, and left. Go left. Left, right, right, and left, right, right, and left, right, and left, right, and left, right, and left. Left, right, right, and left, right, right, and left. Go left. Left, right, right, and left, right, right, and left. Go left. Left, right, right, and left, right, right, and left. Go left. Back. Halt. Right. Hey.
First off, I would like to acknowledge the family members and friends who have supported you through your academy training. For those of you that were able to join us today virtually, we thank you for your support throughout this process. I would also like to acknowledge the Mayor's audiovisual team who enabled us the ability to provide the families of these cadets a platform to view the ceremony during this challenging pandemic time. Please take your seats.
Class, take your seats.
I would like to introduce the training academy instructors who have trained and worked closest with each of these recruits. These officers have dedicated countless hours and expertise to help certify the 27 members of Class 2021C. Please acknowledge the TAC group for Class 2021C, Sergeant Cornelius O'Leary, Corporal David Gonzalez, Corporal Jason Martin, and Corporal Samuel Anderson with a round of applause. I would also like to recognize the hard work done by the whole of professional education and training, including the firearms training unit, for helping to ensure that these new officers successfully completed this intense 6-month program. In addition, I would be remiss if I did not include the Detroit Police Department's Human Resources and Recruiting Unit, who worked extremely hard recruiting and processing these graduates for hire. Thank you all for your hard work and dedication. Now I'd like to introduce Vice Chairperson Annie Holt from the Board of Police Commissioners to make some remarks to the graduating class.
Good morning. I am Police Commissioner Annie Holt, and it is my honor to serve as Vice Chair of the Detroit Board of Police Commissioners and represent all 11 board members at today's graduation. With great pleasure, I congratulate and welcome all the new police officers into the best police department in the country. You are now part of making and keeping our police department one that leads the profession of law enforcement and makes this community proud. We all know what is taking place in America today here in our streets and really around the world. People of all ages and backgrounds are demanding an end to racism and injustice. No matter where it happens, George Floyd in Minneapolis, Breonna Taylor in Louisville, we feel it as if it were next door, like it was one of our family members, because too many of us are scared we could be next. People are marching and working for change to end the fear, to stop police brutality, to achieve equality and rights for all. And there's the pandemic, another common enemy that we all must fight, just as we fight to uphold the rights that make our democracy great. You do not need me to tell you this is an extra special time to commit to being a police officer. Putting on a uniform always carried a huge duty and responsibility. But the stakes are even high now with the pandemic and a new era of social changes. As a 21st century officer, when technology, video, and communication are entwined than ever, you are visible not only to the residents in your precinct, you are visible to anyone with a camera, a Facebook page, or Instagram, and that makes you visible to everyone. You are joining law enforcement when time requires us all to make sure our actions on social media and in the real world withstand the scrutiny of not just one spotlight, but thousands of spotlights. Police officers especially bear scrutiny, and there may be times when you feel everyone is watching, but no one appreciates your sacrifice or your service. So please always remember this. Thank you. Thank you to each one of you for making the commitment to take on the challenges. Thank you for your commitment to serve and to lead. We truly appreciate the calling and the bravery inside every person who puts on the uniform. Thank you so much. Each of you have the board and my best wishes for a long, successful career with the Detroit Police Department. Along with Chief Craig and the Mayor and the Board of Police Commissioners, we are here to help our community to be successful, to get it right. Many of you know the history. The board was born from the outrage shown in the 1967 uprising and the reforms put into the 1974 city charter. Then about 2 decades later, when this community knew the police department could and should do better, residents demanded the Justice Department intervene. We complied with 2 consent decrees that helped restore the community's trust and made the police department and the board better. Residents voted for the 2012 charter to expand the role of the board with more supervisory control and oversight over the police department. The board's role is truly the community's eyes and ears each week, and for some of us, each day. So when our board looks for safeguards in the use of new technology, such as facial recognition as we did in 2019, or suggests and approves new ways to reduce the use of deadly force as we did this last year, or always preaches the gospel of human respect and sensitivity because we are all human. These actions and best practices are the right behavior. They help Detroiters and Detroit police officers work together and achieve the best in community-focused law enforcement in past decades and in this century. No one can predict what lies ahead, but I promise each of you, the Board of Police Commissioners will do everything within our power to help you, the police department, the residents in our great city of Detroit meet any and every challenge of this new era of civil rights and global changes. We know and expect Detroit will always lead in community policing. May God bless you, your families, and keep you and your families safe. And may God bless our city of Detroit. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Holt. I now have the pleasure of introducing our Chief of Police, who during his tenure with the City of Detroit has succeeded in creating innovative crime-fighting programs that have improved the safety and security of our residents in a meaningful way. With his leadership, professionalism, and vision, he has been able to navigate a path for the future success of this department. It is my honor to present to you Detroit Police Chief James E. Craig.
Thank you, everyone, and good morning. First, let me acknowledge Captain Warboys and his team for just doing an exceptional job in training the future of our police department. We've been very fortunate. We're graduating a class every month, and so deeply indebted for the professionalism and the great work. So let's give the training cadre a round of applause. I want to also acknowledge another group of folks that certainly I get a lot of public credit for moving this department forward, but I can't do this alone. And so joining me today is members from my command and executive team, some of the best in this nation. I personally thank each and every one of them for their leadership, commitment, tenacity. Let's give them a round of applause. So yes, we are here today to recognize and honor 29 graduates of the Detroit Police Academy Class 2021C, who are taking the step in beginning their careers as members of, yes, as Police Commissioner Holt indicated, the finest police department in this country, the Detroit Police Department. So in advance, congratulations to each and every one of you. But before I continue, I do want to thank the family, the friends, those who are joining us virtually for supporting the graduates during their rigorous training and preparation for joining the ranks of, again, the hardest working law enforcement agency in our nation. Today, the members of Class 2021C will join a department with the highest standards to serve a community with the highest expectations. Remember, as you embrace your new role, to hold yourself and your fellow officers to those standards of service and be accountable for your actions. But as I continue, I want to acknowledge two of your classmates. I know that there are two among you who didn't go through the full academy. They went through the outside training. These two members joined this department. And while I hadn't had a chance to directly speak with each of them, if I asked one question, why did you select the Detroit Police Department? They could have gone to Warren or some other suburban agency with their training. I think maybe they went to Schoolcraft. They decided to come here. And they've come here because I believe they want to join the best. And they also want to join a department where leadership supports the work that you do each and every day. It's no secret, as Commissioner Holt indicated, 2020 was a very, very tough year on everyone, starting with the pandemic and then weeks and nights of protesting, at some points that turned violence. So that said, welcome. You did make the right decision. And here's another trend we're starting to see, is that many of our officers who over the last few years left to go on to higher paid positions in other agencies are starting to come home. I tell each and every one of them, if you decide to leave, I'm going to leave the porch light on. But they come back, and for the same thing I just said, because they want to be part of a department that supports the work that you do each and every day. Secretary of State Colin Powell once said, if you're going to achieve excellence in big things, you must develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude. Continue to develop the good habits you learned in your training. and make them part of your daily routine. Do the very best you can and make good choices regardless of the circumstances. There may come a time when you feel like you may stand alone, and you do it because it's for the right reasons, even among your team. Bottom line, you must do it. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Stand for what's right, and you know what is right, and I commit to you that I will stand with you, as will this executive team. As a Detroit police officer, know that the badge you wear is a symbol of public trust and a solemn oath to protect and serve. You must maintain the quality of being honest and having a strong moral principle at all times. Keep your private life unsullied and never behave in a manner that discredits you, this agency, and certainly your family. The career path that you have chosen will bring many challenges, but also many rewards. You will have the unique experience of helping people who are in extreme crisis. You will witness their pain, and you will find strength in knowing that you are part of the solution. Rely on your training and have faith that it will serve you well. Just a few weeks ago, I had the great opportunity to recognize 14 officers of our 5th Precinct, awarding them the Chief Citation for their bravery and professionalism in the face of a potentially dangerous situation. Among the officers honored were those who responded to a domestic violence incident. At the location, the officers heard screaming from inside the home. Not knowing what danger was inside, the officers made a split-second decision to enter the home to provide assistance. Now, this was an individual who was armed with a weapon. Imagine going inside. This suspect is holding a weapon on his wife. There's a 10-year-old child on the husband's back trying to pull his dad off of his mother. They took quick and swift actions. It could have been a very tragic outcome, but they relied on their training. And in doing so, the suspect was taken into custody without incident. Just yesterday evening, officers responded to a heavily armed suspect pointing his weapon at community members in a convenience store. The officers were summoned, they responded, and they were met with potentially dangerous situation. One officer, feeling that he along with his team were in danger as the suspect pointed this rifle in their direction, fired a single shot, striking and immobilizing this suspect. But then they transitioned very quickly from one of warrior mode, as I like to oftentimes say, to one of protection. They placed that suspect in the rear seat of the scout car and transported him to a local hospital. And then finally, even earlier in the week, a suspect traveled from the city of Cincinnati, one of my old homes where I was chief of police. He traveled here after killing 3 of his family members and wounding 2 additional. We received information that he was in a hotel on the east side of Detroit. A sergeant, relatively new sergeant, well-trained sergeant, made the decisive decision that they did not want to go in the hotel. They set up on this hotel roughly in the middle of the night, maybe it was 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. That sergeant instinctively knew if they had made entry, they would not only endanger their lives, but the lives of other guests at this hotel. So they opted to wait, and wait they did. Once this suspect exited, he predictably did what they knew he would do. He pointed the weapon and started firing at the officers. The officers returned fire, immobilizing this suspect. He was transported to a hospital where we learned early this morning, he succumbed to his injuries. So this is the kind of department you're joining. One of courageous behavior, professionalism, and always well-trained. So in a moment, you will affix the badge to your chest. Take the time to remember the officers who came before you. who swore the same solemn oath to protect this great city. Among them were true American heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice, demonstrated the qualities of integrity, courage, and valor. Let us honor their memory by striving for excellence each and every day in all that we do. Continue to uphold the standards of our agency and the sacred oath that you are about to take. And remember, this department and this community supports you. You are Detroit's finest. Congratulations again to each and every one of you. Stay safe, stay vigilant, stay strong, and always honor our values. May God bless Class 2021C, the Detroit Police Department, and the City of Detroit. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Craig. Chief Craig will now administer the oath of office.
Class, up to you.
Please state after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I am a citizen of the United States of America. That I am of legal age. And that I am not now. Nor have I ever been. A member of any political party or any organization. Which advocates the overthrow of the government. Of the United States by force or violence. I do further swear. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. The constitutions of the state of Michigan. That I will faithfully enforce the laws of this state. And the ordinances of the City of Detroit. And perform the duties of a police officer to the best of my ability. I will obey and carry out the rules and regulations of the department. And carry out all orders which may be lawfully given me. By my superior officers. I do further swear. That I accept this oath of office as a police officer. Subject to all the limitations, conditions, and restrictions. Imposed by the Charter of the City of Detroit. And the regulations of the Police Department. Congratulations.
Take your seats.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Each of our probationary police officers have brought his or her own skill level to this department. We would like to recognize the achievements of those who have excelled in scholastics and in firearms proficiency. The class also selects one member who has demonstrated leadership and overall excellence throughout the training period to receive the Michigan Commission on Law Enforcement Outstanding Performance Award. This class has one member who's earned 2 of the awards being presented here today. First, for firearms proficiency, the award goes to Police Officer Pierce Hall.
Congratulations, Officer Hall.
And for high scholastics and the M. Coles Outstanding Performance Award, Police Officer Edward Mota Contreras.
Congratulations, Officer Contreras.
Chief Craig will now present the badges to the new officers.
First rank, Untitled Left face.
Police Officer Keegan Hillier.
Congratulations, Keegan.
Police Officer Kate Navarre.
Congratulations, Kate.
Police Officer Erica Dudley.
Congratulations, Erica.
Police Officer Courtney Tatum.
Congratulations, Courtney.
Police Officer Jaleesa Hines.
Second rank, Untitled Left face.
Congratulations, Talisa.
Police Officer Ashley White.
Congratulations, Ashley.
Police Officer Saida Mia.
Congratulations, Saida.
Police Officer Victoria Overton.
Congratulations, Victoria.
Police Officer Delvante Kimber.
Congratulations, Devontae.
Police Officer Gabrielle Rogers.
Congratulations, Gabrielle.
Police Officer Angelia Tias.
Third rank, Untitled Left face.
Congratulations, Angelia.
Police Officer Richard Burr.
Congratulations, Richard.
Police Officer Anthony Pitts.
Congratulations, Anthony.
Police Officer Tyler Blackburn.
Congratulations, Tyler.
Police Officer Justin Williams.
Congratulations, Justin.
Police Officer Zachary Simmons.
Congratulations, Zachary.
Police Officer Eric Vidal.
Fourth right, up 10, hoop. Left, face.
Congratulations, Eric.
Police Officer Edward Mota Contreras.
Congratulations, Edward.
Police Officer Jalen Roberts.
Congratulations, Officer Roberts.
Police Officer Leo Rhodes IV.
Congratulations, Leo.
Police Officer Pierce Hall.
Congratulations, Pierce.
Police Officer Jordan Frayne.
Congratulations, Jordan.
Police Officer Sherrod Smith.
Fifth right, up 10, hoop. Left, face.
Congratulations, Sherrod.
Police Officer Melvin Brown.
Congratulations, Melvin.
Police Officer James Guardiola.
Congratulations, James.
Police Officer Stephen Thompson.
Congratulations, Stephen.
And Police Officer Evan Dinkle.
Congratulations, Evan.
Officers, please affix your badge to your uniform shirt at this time. Let us give our graduating class a round of applause. Sergeant O'Leary, please dismiss Class 2021C. I'd like to personally thank everyone for attending the Detroit Police Department's virtual graduation ceremony for Class 2021C. Be safe and have a great weekend. Thank you very much, Chief.